How long have I wanted to work with animals? I've wanted to work with animals all my life. I had a chicken when I was about 10, 12 maybe. And I used to take it to the shop on my shoulder, because even at that age I had to be close to animals. I've had bird aviaries at home where I used to breed really nice colours with budgies and stuff. I was always different to my friends, you know, they wanted to do other stuff, but I was drawn towards animals all the time. I've tried to get into some voluntary work as I got to be a teenager. I worked at Manor Farm when it was like a 1940s farm, so I had to dress up in 1940s clothes and work on the farm. I didn't go to college until I was 55, but once I'd got enough knowledge, I knew what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Because I knew if I didn't do what was in my heart, I never ever would. So I left my job, which I took a big chance doing. But I knew I had to do it to get the qualification for me to be able to get into the sort of work. The job that I'm doing now came up, so I went for the interview and I got offered the job. And since I've been doing the job, I've had so much feedback from management, from the public looking in on me. When people are saying to me how clean and tidy I keep things, they can see that I'm passionate by looking at what I do. And it rebounds off of me to say that I'm doing the job that I've always wanted to do. And that's what inspires me to keep doing it, you know, because I'm getting the feedback about my love. The worst part of my job, I'd say, is when I've got to take an animal to the vets to have euthanized, because even though I knew that I was doing the right thing for the animal, it wasn't for me. That's the hard part, but that's the part you've got to put up with. That's nature. All the jobs I've had all my life, none of them has fulfilled me as much as my love for animals. What I would say to anybody that about pursuing their passions, especially to do with animals and anything in life, I suppose, is, you know, I've had so many young people come up to me and said, can they do voluntary work with me? And it's really difficult when you've got to say no, you can't, because once upon a time you were like that. You was trying to get into it, and you know, and all I ever say to them is, if that's how you feel, you know, follow it, do it. You know, as hard as it gets, at some point in your life you will get a positive and you'll be doing what you're passionate about.